Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Somebody passed this information on to me. I have to share this with you. It goes with what I've been discussing about the death of Billy Cannon, the LSU Heisman winner in 1959, who won the championship that year for LSU, with LSU defeating Clemson in New Orleans. Very similar to this year's story with Joe Burrow winning the Heisman and then LSU, who he plays for, defeating Clemson in the championship in New Orleans. Again, Joe Burrow joined LSU May 20th, 2018, the same day, the exact same day that Billy Cannon died. And it turns out in the fourth quarter, the announcer for the Clemson LSU championship game gave a numerology lesson about the death of Billy Cannon. Take a listen, Truth Seeker, and then we'll go over this a little bit more, and then I'll remind you of the numerology lesson they did in the NFL last year on Sunday Night Football, the night the Patriots defeated the Packers with the number 12. So check this out.
Spend your life living. Ford post-game show coming up, including the presentation of the National Championship Trophy. LSU protecting a 17-point lead, 10-10 to play the 2020 National Championship game. They believe a lot in the magic of numerology and signs down here, so they were thinking 2020. We got a Heisman winner. The last one was number 20, Billy Cannon. 60 years ago, 3 times 20. Sadly, Billy passed away May 20 last year at the age of 80. 4 times 20.
Yeah, well,
Burrow preseason 200 to 1 to win the Heisman. 10 times 20.
Wow, good stuff.
They believe in that stuff down here.
Yeah.
Right now.
It all adds up.
So as they're giving you all those 20s, again, 2020, Billy Cannon wearing number 20, all the divisors of 20. Again, he died on May 20th. I just want you to watch one more time, and when they show Joe Burrow, number 9, just notice the orange object in the background with the number 20 that's in focus. Just watch one more time.
Numerology and signs down here, so they were thinking 2020. We got a Heisman winner. The last one was number 20, Billy Cannon. 60 years ago, 3 times 20. Sadly, Billy.
You see the 20 behind his head? And again, with regards to the score being 25 to 42, keep in mind that 67 combined points in gematria blood sacrifice sums to 67, as well as 86, and Billy Cannon died 86 weeks before this game between LSU and Clemson. And let's not forget that the word death equals 20 either. And let us also not forget that with regards to Clemson being on 25 points and finishing the game with 25 points, Tyshawn Dye, their former running back, died at age 25, July 5th, 2019, 192 days before the game, and Clemson Tigers equals 192. Billy Cannon's death perfectly synced with the game. Tyshawn dies, and again, it's the same thing year after year, season after season. So, let's switch gears a moment. Want to revisit a couple more points about Billy Cannon, just because you don't want to forget these things. And then I just want to show how they did something similar last year in the NFL season, giving a numerology lesson on SNF, Sunday Night Football. But first, Billy Cannon. Again, he was the Heisman winner in 1959. That year, Clemson lost to LSU in the championship. So Billy Cannon's LSU defeated Clemson. And that game was in New Orleans, just like how this year's championship was in New Orleans. And again, Joe Burrow transferred to LSU May 20th, 2018. He won the Heisman this year. Then he won the championship. Perfect deja vu. And the day he transferred, May 20th, 2018, that was the day Billy Cannon died. Notice they didn't bring that up in their numerology lesson because, again, they'll just give you a little taste. They're not going to put it all right there for you. They're not going to connect every last dot for you. And his parting words like, they believe in stuff like that down here. No, this is what the ruling elite believe in. Don't ever forget that the quote from J.P. Morgan is, You know, billionaires use numerology, millionaires don't. Or the phrasing might be the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire is numerology. It's something to that effect. The big rich banker, involved in a lot of shenanigans in his own lifetime, including the sinking of the Titanic. But with regards to gematria, which is Jewish numerology, let us not forget that Billy Cannon, Freemasonry, and LSU Tigers all sum to 59, like the year he won. And when I did the video on this, YouTube momentarily froze the video at 59 views. So, again, he died 86 weeks before the game. But check this out. Let's go back to this one. Jeremy White caught this a year ago. Shout out to Jeremy. And let me make sure this works. I've noticed a lot when I'm playing videos, it freezes up. So I hope that doesn't happen here. Actually, before I play the video, let me just show you this. They're going to do a numerology lesson on SNF about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers in number 12. Tom Brady would go on to win that game and realize Tom equals 12 in gematria. They did this number 12 lesson on SNF, Sunday Night Football 12. Patriots won this game and realized Patriots equals 37, which is the 12th prime number. So they do the numerology lesson on 12. And, of course, the team with the real 12 connection, the Patriots, they win the game. But here, I'm going to play this clip. If the video doesn't move along, I think you'll still hear the audio part. So here we go.
Gillette Stadium, so much on the plate tonight for an appetizer. Down the field of Michelle DeFoy. Michelle.
Well, Al, for centuries, the number 12 has been used as a measuring stick. 12 months in a year, 12 eggs in a dozen. And in the case of tonight's 12s, you could say we're measuring greatness. In numerology, the number is quite special. The number 1 is a prime number and signifies the beginning and the singular nature of the universe. 2 is about seeing two sides of any situation. Diplomacy, partnership, and the mutable nature of life. And if you're a 12 person, you're known as dynamic and energetic, unafraid of pushing boundaries. You're often at the center of the action, preferring to be around people, as well as assuming a leadership position. Ring a bell? And then there's this, Al. 12 is the most worn number by quarterbacks already in the Hall of Fame. Pro football's ultimate measuring stick. And eventually, Canton is going to have to make room for 2 more.
You bet, Michelle. Meanwhile, good news for Rodgers, who told us last night in our meeting he was going to try to play if the doctor said it was okay.
Okay, so hopefully that worked and you saw that because they put some visuals on the screen as well. Patriots would go on to win that game, no surprise. And, you know, it just makes me wonder how often they've actually done stuff like this before. I didn't see either of these things live. It was people who followed my work who caught it and sent it to me. But it truly is mockery, you know? And they're only giving people a taste. They're not talking about the gematria, how they script every game down to the point. Like the LSU Tigers game. Again, Tigers equals 42. They win with 42 points. And remember, it was the LSU Tigers over the Clemson Tigers. 25. Trevor Lawrence stuck on 25 wins. Tyshawn died at 25. And all the things I mentioned in the last video. Burrow equals 97, the 25th prime. Orderon equals 97, the 25th prime. Plane crash equals 97. You had 2 plane crashes in the LSU season synced up with the championship game. Nancy Parker and New Orleans or just outside of New Orleans. And, of course, Carly McCord, the daughter-in-law or stepdaughter of the coordinator at LSU. And those were all numerical rituals as well. So, Nancy Parker died 150 days before the championship game to conclude the 150th season. And one last thing, Truth Seeker. Thank you again to everyone who's donated. We're over halfway to the goal. I did say that when we hit the $1,500 mark, I'm going to book the flight to Louisiana. Again, we're going to educate LSU. We're going to educate New Orleans. We're going to educate everyone who listens. And going to put a good documentary together. Going to do a lot of video recording along the way. Going to try to inspire people to get out and share this work. And hopefully inspire people to contribute in future fundraisers so we can go city to city and do this everywhere it needs to be done. Thank you again to the people who've donated. Thank you to the people who will still donate. We're getting close to that goal. Again, if we hit 1,500 right away, I'm going to show you that the flight's booked. Let people know what day I'll be in town, because people are reaching out and saying, hey, they want to help out. I'll let you know what day I'm going to be in town so you can start planning. And I plan to be there for a week, traveling between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, LSU and Baton Rouge, things to educate about in the NO as well. So appreciate it again, Truth Seeker. We're almost there. Again, just a few more people to chip in $5. We'll hit the mark. Till next time.